only one reason shown, but it turns out customers don't need to leave a reason. They can just downvote without specifying a certain category. But I called support because of that, and also other issues. I had a customer that didn't want me to ring the doorbell, apparently, even though it did not have any instructions as such. But the mode directed me to ask for a PIN number and meet at door because maybe it was delivered to the wrong address a lot. Customer got angry with, not in my face, but texted me, just leave it at the door, and then right afterwards I got a downvote. And I called support asking if they can investigate and undo that downvote. And the agent said, yes, we can do that. A specialized team will look at it and send you an email, but that was a lie. So that happened a few weeks before this. All these, I had the notion to ask about all the no reasons on the 94% feedback rating. So I wanted to kind of create a noise with them to try to actually figure this out and to complain about the quality of support. And I did. You'll hear the phone call next. These are the two threads. This is the second one. And this is number 2, not a signed-in issue. Yeah, I called support a second time. Yeah, this is canned. That's my issue. And then at this point, after this is not my issue, screenshot, the agent, the supervisor calls me, and while on hold, while she isn't aware that priority orders exist, I give her this link. She puts me off hold, so then she gives me some tips at the end. Well, not Sonal. What's her name? Jane Jonna. Alright. And she gives me $25 into my account. That's something I never heard of. Amazing. So this is the thread in which it was created when I asked about having that rating revoked from that customer, but it was all a lie. Need more time, but there's nothing for them to do. It's not a thing that they can do. It was admitted to me because I have the phone call recording in which the agent says yes, they can look into that, and then although I can't seem to find it, but yes, she says that. But then subsequent calls, like from the supervisor, is not a thing. So the agents can lie to you in order to make you feel good, resolved, in order to give them a good rating. And also, you notice this was from Mukesh. He cannot see the history of the threads. That's a thing. It should be all the same privilege level, but different support agents cannot look at the full history of a support ticket. Each person, that a different person responds every time, usually. But that's a broken system if they can't look at the history. It's a known fact that, can you give me more information? That happens all the time. So next, I believe you'll hear me talk with the supervisor, and she actually gives me $25. Jane. So let's get into that. I'll just give you the timestamp of when she awards me $25, so maybe you can kind of see how that came to be. I don't know what all you will get from this, but support can improve, especially with transparency, truthfulness. The scripting is really strict. Drivers are not aware of priority orders in the name of driving safety. But if we stack orders, we don't know if an Uber Eats order is priority, and we don't serve the system the best way that we can.
Hi, thank you for calling Uber support. Let's get you to the right agent.
Para español, presione 2.
Please note this call will be recorded for quality and training purposes. I see you currently have an ongoing delivery. If you need help with this order, say yes. Or, if you are calling about something else, say no.
Yes.
In a few words, how can I help you with your current order? You can say things like, the store is closed, or the order was already picked up by someone else.
Store is closed.
I think you're calling about a closed store, is that correct?
Yes.
Before I connect you, please say your date of birth for verification. For example, say January 1st, 1975.
March 14th, 1986.
Got it. March 14th, 1986. Please stay on the line, and we will connect you to the next available team member.
Thank you very much for calling Uber Eats Support. This is Victor. Am I speaking with Daniel?
Yeah, that's me.
Good morning. What's going on now? What happened?
Oh, I would just like to know, on my satisfaction rating, it's 94%. However, on the reasons, it just, there's only one reason for professionalism with customer. I'd like to know what the other 5 reasons are, because I'm at 94%.
That's right. Well, that's a very good question, Daniel. To better assist you with, let's have our account management team for this so we can properly assess your account rating, okay?
Okay.
Aside from the rating, do you also have another concern for Uber Eats so we can also include this one out?
I think, no, that's the thing, the rating.
Okay. For this one in particular. All right. Let's have them on the line real quick, okay? Hold on.
Hi, welcome to Redine Support. My name is Lanch. How are you today?
Hi, pretty good.
Hi, great. How can I help?
I have a question about my satisfaction rating, and I had to have it escalated. I'm at 94%. If I look into my details, there's only one reason, one instance of professionalism with customers, and so I'd like to know the other 5 reasons, what the customers, why they voted me down.
Sorry, I can't really understand you.
Oh, you couldn't understand me?
No.
Yeah, so my satisfaction rating is 94%, but there is only one reason in my account. There should be 6 reasons.
Hi, we're doing only cash. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're calling to wise on your satisfaction, right?
Oops.
Am I correct?
What?
Oh, it's an Uber Eats?
This is... Hi, yeah, I have a question about my satisfaction rating. 5 reasons missing, like professionalism with customer, item damaged, late to restaurant. None of that is listed. Is there a way to find that out?
Well, actually, I couldn't determine that since I can't be able to see that those specific delivery in my end. If you want, I can able to connect you directly to one of our deliverers.
Okay.
All right, then. So please stay on the line. Need to talk.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Stay on the line.
Uber Eats.
was the last two?
Last two. 35. Yep. 865. In drive-through. In. Did you just have the 10-piece Big Mac and McChicken? Oh wait, you had the.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, then, so stay in the line. I'm gonna send you now one of our delivery.
Okay.
Thank you for calling EB Support. This is Kathleen. How can I help you today?
Hi, I have a question about my satisfaction rating. It's at 94%, but in my rating in the app, there's only one reason, professionalism with customer, just for like one of the reasons. There should be 5 more.
Okay, so to make sure, sir, you're having concerns about your satisfaction rating.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask for some assistance first, sir, to one of our Diamond support team. 94% is the satisfaction rating, right, sir?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Stay connected, sir, please. This will be very quick. Just bear with me on the line, sir. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you for contacting Support. How are you doing today?
hi, I have a question about my satisfaction rating. It's at 94%. However, in my app, there's only one reason.
I see. What is your name?
Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel. One moment with me.
Okay.
So 94%. In regards to the satisfaction rating, hold on, bear with me. Okay. In regards to the satisfaction rating, if you have not yet received 100 rated deliveries, you won't have a satisfaction rating yet. But please note also that many customers don't provide a rating until the next day they use the app. So a change in your rating may not be from your most recent delivery or trip.
Well, I deliver every day, and I've done thousands of trips, and this has been at the 5 unknown reasons has been there for weeks and weeks. I don't know why they voted me down because it doesn't say why.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I cannot hear anything on the other line. If you can
Hello.
hear me,
Hi.
please give us a call back so we can assist.
I can hear you.
Sorry, I cannot hear anything on the other line. If you can hear me, please give us a call back so we can assist.
Hi.
Sorry, I cannot hear anything on the other line.
Hello.
If you can hear me.
Hello. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello. 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 Hello.
My name is Jane, and I'm one of the supervisors from Uber Support. So, I noticed here that you tried to communicate to our team multiple times. So, as a supervisor, since I know that you have a concern that needs to be sorted out, I stepped in to ensure that you receive the support you need. So, first of all, I would like to ask if this is a great time to talk to you.
Yeah, it is.
Great. Before we proceed, there will be few quick items we need to cover. First, I want to let you know that this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. And lastly, can I have just to verify, can I have your full name and your birthday?
Daniel Watkins, March 14th, 1986.
All right, Daniel. Thank you so much for that. How are you today?
Oh, good. I was just wondering
All right,
my
good.
satisfaction rating. I noticed in the app for a long time they don't give any reasons why the customer is unsatisfied.
Yeah.
That's all.
Actually, Daniel, that's the reason why I call you, because I completely understand what you're going through. In fact, as you are aware and you are also giving ratings to the support or the frontline support, including me as a supervisor, I understand how important it is for you to receive the feedback so that in a way that you can be able to know how you would be able to come up with a way in order for you to improve so that your previous, for example, if in case that the some customers doesn't like to be treated this way, or some other things that you may be doing is not satisfactory to them, you can be able
Yeah.
to balance the support that you are giving. So I completely understand when you have issues like this. And that's also the reason why I would like to talk to you, because I want you to feel that you are being supported during this kind of challenge that you're going through. So first of all, I check here on the screenshot that you provided. So as you are aware, and I can see that you're a top-rated driver too under the Diamond status, I know that you wanted to maintain a high satisfactory ratings to ensure that you have the optimal experience using the app. And checking on the screenshot that you provided to us, you check here and I checked here, and the sums of that you received for the last 100 rated deliveries, you have 94 out of 100, and the 6 remaining, they provided you a thumbs down. And I understand that that may not be an experience, a good or an ideal experience for you, and because I understand that you appear to be giving your best effort, so I know that we cannot, sometimes we cannot accept that there are some other customer, even though we did our best, they still provided a thumbs down to us. And because of that, we want to know the areas that we need to work on in order for us to calibrate the support that we provide to the customers, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, right now, and I study on this kind of issue that you're having, because given your reputation as a top-rated drivers, and I know the importance of this thing or the feedback, because it provides how good we are in doing our work. And again, as I mentioned to you a while ago, that you appear to be giving your best effort, as I can see on most of the interactions that you have with the customer. And I carefully check on the system, and right now it appears that this feedback is not mandatory. So that's why, even though we provide our best to encourage and to market the customer and let them know the importance of providing feedback, so we can see if this is justifiable or not. Right now, in my review on our resources and how the system works, it appears that the feedback is not yet mandatory to all of the customer. So basically, we know that there are some customer, even though you did your best, they still provided thumbs down, even though you provide all of their requests on the notes that they provided from the app. So before you take trips. And as a supervisor, I recognize this is challenging. Even though the feedback is not yet mandatory, and because I also encountered this kind of survey or this rating system. So what I can do right now, because I actually did it already before I called you, because I made a thorough investigation. And so that our team can know your experience and how this is affecting you, I actually put this in in my priority list of the things that I have to share with the relevant team. So we have regular meeting that we share all of the feedback from the drivers to know the areas that we need to work on. So I'm gonna include um your concern, because I can see the importance of having the or receiving feedback from the customer, because I know that all you wanted to ask is they have to provide reasons or the areas that you need to improve, and that is very beneficial to you, and not only to you but to other driver as well.
Mm-hmm.
So in this way, we can come up with a better course of action for your concern, and our team can be able to constantly look for ways or solutions in order for us to encourage the customer to leave feedback consistently, and so that they would also understand that this is significant to the driver. So they do not just play some kind of a game. You did this for your bread and butter, and being going down to the threshold may not be an ideal experience, because it can also affect on how you can be able to deliver, given that when you are in the platform, you have to maintain a certain satisfaction ratings in order for you to continue being a top rated driver and a driver under the diamond status, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 85,
And,
I believe.
yes, and given that you're already 94, it's very crucial. I know you're still doing your best, because 85 minus 94 is like 9. So basically, I know you cannot afford to go down below the threshold, because it really affect on how you could be able to deliver. But I can see here that um still you're one of the top rated driver in Portland. So you know that it's like the average of the most 100 ratings. As you continue to accumulate trips, for example, the 100, you did 100 trips, or and then the next time you also did another 100 trips. This trip, the sixth will not be included anymore. But I know this is still not an ideal solution for you. So which is why I called you to inform you that I'm gonna share this, or I've already shared this to the relevant team. And furthermore, I also wanted to make an extra mile to help you, because given your reputation as one of the top rated driver, so I actually encountered a lot of drivers having the same kind of angst or concern like this. So I also, because of this, I also as much as I could communicate to other top rated driver as well in other city and other area, they actually provide us some other helpful things that help them maintain their high satisfaction ratings. And it appears that it's being achieved by offering polite and professional service during each delivery, and directly to the customer's doorstep. But I also gathered here some tips based on the comments that some other drivers are receiving. So this is from the other successful top-rated delivery people. I'm gonna share to you. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have here 5 bullets that actually help them to um to become successful and to ensure that they are still on the top. And we already collated that. If you want, I can share this to you so that you can be able to to think or to um
Yeah.
meditate on this feedback in order for you as well to maintain your ratings as a top rated driver. But I understand maybe some other customer, they left a tip, they left off the ratings, and they don't want to provide feedback, mainly because they really just wanted to play with you, and not because it really is about the service that you provide. But we know some other things are really beyond their control. For example, instead of providing feedback to the restaurant because they lack, for example, a utensil, and instead of doing that, they provided ratings to the drivers like you. And I know that's really not um, in the scope of your service. So um, we will try to, think of a way or a solution that in a way that we could not just to be mandatory, but they could also understand, because um as long as you understand how it works and how it affects other, you may be able to as much as possible be courteous or polite to provide feedback to the driver, at least explain why they deserve the thumbs down, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh, I was just,
sorry.
I'm here for Alan.
Good to go.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Just a second. Putting something in my bag. I was, yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years, so
Correct.
I'm usually pretty good at satisfying the customers. Sometimes the restaurant is really slow, have really long lines at restaurants, and that causes a thumbs down. I didn't know customers didn't need to give a reason. I thought it was just the system hiding it from drivers for some reason, like to make it more anonymous or for the customer. I didn't know they didn't leave any at all. And so,
Thank you for letting me know about that, Daniel. So yeah, I can see here you already completed exactly 15,884 trips, and you've been with Uber for 6 years. So I understand this really matters to you. But just to let you know, we do the feedback system, even though we don't provide the specific customer who left this feedback to you, or we this feedback stay anonymous. But we, as much as possible, we also wanted to ensure that drivers are feeling supported, because you are the main reason why the customer are getting their orders, right? So we wanted to help you ensure as well that you have the feedback that they provided you. But if in case that the customer didn't leave any feedback at all, actually it also breaks our heart. But I also wanted to let you know that the feedback is they, even though they can rate, sometimes they are not providing the specific reason. But that kind of thing, or I mean that line is not mandatory as of this time. So even you, if you try to request for delivery, and you wanted to provide ratings but you don't want to provide a specific comment, you can do so as of this time. So basically, Uber doesn't want to hide anything from you as much as possible. If we receive any report or any feedback, may it be positive or negative, we wanted to share it with you so that we can also share with the compliments. We can also share with the constructive criticism in a way that we can maintain the service or the extraordinary service that you're providing, or the quality of service that you're providing to the customer, because your success is also Uber success.
Agreed. I was,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, this all kind of started in my mind when the system required a PIN number in order to complete a delivery, but the customer was not aware of that, and so they did not want me to, it wasn't even stated in the instructions, they didn't want me to ring the bell or knock on the door, but it just said meet at door. And then they got a text, they were like, don't, just leave it, and then they left me a downvote. And so I called support asking if there was a way to change a rating because legitimately it wasn't my fault. So you should know, I don't know if you can look it up, but one member told me that it's been escalated, you're going to get an email, a team will look at this to likely change the rating for you, but that was a lie because another support member I called later because I had something. They then said when I tried it again with calling support again, they said no, there's no to change ratings at all. There's no there's no rebuttal. There's no way to do that. So yeah.
Yes. Sorry about that, Daniel. I cannot imagine how difficult it is to get an incorrect information from one of our teams. So as a supervisor, I'll be taking note of this one so that when we can coach the support or the frontline support who, consistently talking to the driver so that we can maintain also as much as possible accurate information to be shared and we can coach them. That's why if you notice a while ago I stated to you that the call is being recorded for quality and service quality and training purposes so we can your feedback about the information being given to you can be used as a guide so in the future when someone from our support communicated to you as much as possible because sometimes it's also challenging for us to bring a negative news to the driver, most especially things like this when we are talking about the ratings. But I know that this may not be an ideal experience for you, so I'm just gonna add this to the list of priorities that I will share to the relevant team so that we could also calibrate again the support that we're giving to you on the products and how the application works. But yeah, actually you are correct with that. We have what we call the two-way communication, not unless the customer will call us to remove that negative ratings. That's the only time that our team can be only remove that ratings. But for example, right now I'm talking to you, what is on my screen is your account. So we don't have a button or an option for you to for us to remove these ratings. And actually, even as support, due to privacy purposes, we can see that there's really a comment being sent to you, but we actually don't have the name of the customer who left that that ratings.
Oh, you don't know either. I see.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So you say if a customer calls you, you can. That's interesting. Huh.
We have a different support. Me, I'm supporting the driver.
Oh yeah.
So we also have a support for the rider. So basically, if what I mentioned to you that we can only remove the ratings if they called us directly. So that's in the hand of the rider support team or the customer support team. So we have a different tools. So we in support for drivers, we don't have that option. But in rider support or in customer support, maybe they have an option in their tool.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I was also wondering, in the messages in the app for support, I start a support thread or after I finish a phone call, it's created for me, and then I go, and it's not answered correctly, and I say, is there anything else? I say,
anything else.
Reply. And then the next support agent, who's different than the original, doesn't ask, a lot of times will ask about
Hello.
I need help
Question.
again, even though it's been stated earlier in that.
Yes. Mm-mm. Exactly.
I don't know. It's almost as if support agents aren't able to look at the history of a ticket, like what was said.
Some of them, yeah. Depending on the level of the support. For me, example, I'm a supervisor, so in my case, I can see all of the communication that you've had with our team. But that's actually one of the areas that we are currently working on, because we can actually see the angst of the driver and the complaints from other driver with this kind of method and how we provide support. Most especially, we know that you're also busy on the road, and stating your concern over and over again is definitely a waste of your time, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that a lot of agents could not read history. I don't know, when they can, when they can't, and that customer does
Right.
this. Oh,
And also some other times, even though there are cases where they can see, but in our, because we have a guidelines of the things that we have to say or we have to do for us to help the driver. So basically, that's the reason why they keep on asking sometimes, because some there are ways where the customer are communicating with the team and that team didn't provide any specific information. So when it reach on their end and they try to track back on the previous communication and they cannot see any information, they will ask, definitely. But again, I know that is not an ideal experience for you. So I'll be sure to add that to the support, because actually it's great for me to know the areas that we need to work on. Like if you see, if you receive things that will help you to improve your service to the customer, it's very beneficial. That goes to our support too. And by the way, to make up for your time and effort, and I know you've been dealing with this kind of concern for multiple times based on the history that I can see here, I wanted to, provide something for you as a gratitude of being a top-rated driver and to make up for your time and effort. I know this is not a lot, but this is my system could be able to allow me. So you can check your wallet right now, Daniel. I provided you $25.
what? Yeah, you just gave me $25. You can do that? Wow. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. And this is like we cannot do this all the time, but I can see here your dedication, and I wanted to ensure that you really receive the support you need, and most especially you've been reaching for us multiple times, and I know there's a lot of time wasted already with the support or the time that you communicating with our team, and this is also a gratitude to you being under one of the top-rated drivers in Portland. Okay?
Wow. I thank you very much. Is there any way to contact you directly if I have any more concerns to help you improve? Or
With regards to that, you can it can only be brought in my attention like this. For example, you already communicated multiple times, so that's the time where it will reach my support. But if you have other concern, basically because of the guidelines and how the system works, you're gonna be able to be routed to the first frontline support. But I will have one thing that I'll leave to you. If in case that I got your concern, and I'll be taking note of your name so that I can remember you, Daniel. If in case I got your ticket again, I will not hesitate to call you back so that we can settle your issue in a way that you can maintain your positive experience through the app. Okay?
sure. I attend the I don't know if you know what they are, but the Uber Crew Town Hall video streams. I watch those,
Mm-hmm.
and they show like how the Uber system is improving, and and how to have office hours with a crew member. And I was wondering also if you are aware of Uber Eats priority orders that a customer can choose to have their order delivered in a faster fashion. Doesn't that exist?
For the priority, I think that is not existing as of this time, but we are making way in for us to ensure. But I know there is like a schedule. If I'm not mistaken, that I encounter some other drivers. They have an scheduled order. So before we only have a reservation or a scheduled trip for those driver who are taking passenger. But lately, I encountered here a reservation or a scheduled order for a customer for later.
Oh, yeah. It's strange how the system works. Like the customer may place an order and they want it to be delivered at a later time. But I thought there was a priority option whereby the Uber app won't give us any other requests. They'll just give us the single request, so the customer will get their food more quickly. And the customer pays more money to have it in priority mode. I don't know. I guess you say it doesn't exist, but if it does, the drivers are not aware that it is a priority order.
Yeah. So I know how the problem lies, because when on the side of the customer, they know that they're on a priority, but on the side of the driver, like you don't have any option to see, or you're not aware if this is a priority order, most especially if you receive a batch order and you know that you're just following what is given on the app. So basically, if you receive a negative or a thumbs down because of that, that may also affect the service or the experience, or your ratings as well, right?
Yeah, well, like you said, priority doesn't exist. It's just something I read online. Does it exist for food delivery?
One moment. I'm just gonna check on my resources if we have that kind of support, because that actually is new to my ears. So I'm just gonna check on our resources so I can also know about that. So is it okay if I place the call on hold for like 1 to 3 minutes?
Oh, sure. And thank you for all the time you're giving me. It's much appreciated.
Most welcome, Daniel. Actually, it's my main goal here to help you as much as possible and to clarify all of the concerns that you're having on your mind. And given that, I wanted to ensure that you really have a positive experience using the app. So just stay on the line. I'll be placing the call on hold for 3 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for patiently waiting on the line. So, I actually see here, like what you have mentioned based on the news that we have here, it's actually like few years ago, but since I just encountered this right now, and I already have the information, but I'm currently checking out to ensure that information I'll be providing to you is accurate. So I'll be asking for another 2 minutes and then I'll get back to you. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna place the call on hold now. Stay on the line.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for patiently waiting on the line. So upon checking here, we really have that priority delivery. So at every checkout, so the customer, they have the option for priority, standard, or no rush. So they can select before they check out. And then um the priority delivery gets the order to the customer uh, faster, but they have to pay extra. You're gonna be able to see if this is a priority delivery because there is a fee. So the fee for priority delivery goes toward the delivery. So that means this 100 fee, it will go to you as a driver. So that's the time where you will be able to see if it's a priority. And on the top of that, you'll not be penalized if the order does not arrive by the priority time because that is for your safety. Even though it's a priority, you don't need to drive faster just to deliver the order on the priority order.
Oh,
But
I did catch
on
the beginning part of that about how so we are not notified for our safety, right? And the customer
Yeah.
pays extra. There's like normal speed. There's no rush.
Yes.
There's priority.
Yes. Yes. Correct. But on how our system works, in order for the customer to ensure that their order are being priority, those trips are being sent out to the nearest drivers, and the system, this process is like based on our system or on a technology, in a way that we can fast track the route that you will be taking. So
Yeah.
basically, that's how the priority work. But still, you don't need to drive faster just to deliver the order, because our number one priority here is not on how the deliver can be efficient, but your safety.
Yeah. So my main issue with the drivers not being notified if it's priority or not, and I'm glad we clarified that priority is actually still enabled, still a feature. My main thing is a lot of drivers stack orders from other apps such as Grubhub and DoorDash, and with when it's in priority, my understanding is that the app will not make a batch order. They will not give me more than one request.
Yes.
But that is we still do not know if it's priority, and then we might get an order along the way from another app, and that would cause delay. And if we knew it was priority, we could, we were wanting to do our best, we would pause all the other apps and just complete the Uber first. We aren't aware.
Correct. And so, if I got it correctly, you wanted to ensure that you are being notified that this trip is a priority, in a way that you can only focus on this delivery and it will not affect how you deliver your service, right?
Yeah, I mean, I want to. I'm a long time. A lot of drivers care about their work, and if they knew it was, but they also do multiple apps, and if they knew it was priority, they would be better.
Yes, correct. I'll be including that in my list of the things that I need to share to the relevant team. I wanted to ask, have you been ever receiving a feedback from the customer that they have a negative experience because of this priority delivery?
No, I don't believe so. No, it's just been I just know it's information that the drivers could use to help everybody. But again, you say, the driver could drive way above the speed limit and all that. So there's that.
Yes, definitely. Most especially if you really drive too fast in a way that, you're gonna receive a thumbs up from the customer, but you're gonna take risk your safety, and also if you meet a personal on the road, you're gonna get a ticket, right? So that's the reason why, even though it's a priority order, you still don't need to drive faster just to deliver the order on time. We do our system in a way that we provide you the map or the route or the optimized route in a way that you're gonna get there faster than normal.
Yeah, your system is very efficient that way. It's just, open, the more information we have, the better we can do our job. That's all.
Correct. Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Daniel. So I'm gonna include that in my in my backpack, so that we can also share that with the team. And I know that you encountered a lot of updates. That's why we encourage the drivers to keep on checking out for updates, because we continuously strive to update the app in order to, so that there's an improvement and so that you can benefit on it. Most especially you're on the road and you're focusing. We want to ensure that you have the best experience using it. So I think this is for now. I will not take too much of your time. I also know that you're taking trips or driving or what. So I'll let you go back to your day then. And as a confirmation, I'm gonna be sending you a message. And as promised, I'm gonna add some tips on from other successful drivers in a way that it could also you can check if it will benefit you as well.
Okay.
So on the top of that, also just to recap, I provided $25 to make up for your time and effort about this concern. And I do have one request. If you believe that you're happy with the support I provided you, you may close the message that I'll be sending you by rating my service and providing feedback as well on how I assisted you in a way that my direct manager would also know how I take care of your concern.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I pulled over. I'm not driving right anymore. So I think the main thing is, the priority order open so people, the drivers are aware, so everybody has the same information, and then the tickets, the different support personnel cannot access the history. Some cannot, and the driver isn't aware of that, and it's confusing and agitating for everybody. I don't know why they don't have access to the same information. It's not really private. And then thirdly, it's about support personnel being sometimes not being truthful, trying to satisfy the customer and saying yes, we're documenting this, we're going to send you an email about this, but it could be just so that the driver is satisfied with the support and give support person a high rating. So I think that's pretty much all the points for improvement.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, thank you much for your time.
All right. Most welcome, Daniel. And I hope my help has been sufficient.
Yeah.
So once again, my name is Jane, one of the supervisors from Uber Support. You have a great day, okay?
Okay, Jane. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.